So, sir, you were talking about anxiety. So, anxiety and depression, I feel, goes parallel. When we talk about health, we only talk about physical health. हमारे यहाँ पे mental health की we don't even know what is mental health. हमें पता ही नहीं होता कि mental health is actually more important than physical health. So when someone goes into a depression, there are higher chances that that person herself or himself might not know that they are in a depression. So what are the signs or what are the treatments can be done in early depression?
See, uh, anxiety and depression is like a cat and mouse.
Okay.
So they go like this. Sometimes anxiety becomes more prominent, sometimes depression becomes more prominent, sometimes anxiety becomes more, it almost like that. So if anxiety is prominent, then it becomes an anxiety disorder. If depression is prominent, then it becomes a depression or depressive disorder. Clear? Both can happen again and again. Anxiety can again happen again and again. And there are different types of anxiety disorder. Correct?
Yeah.
And that's it. In depression also, it could be a low-grade depression, it could be severe depression, it could be one episode depression, or it could be recurrent episode depression. One episode, then after some time another episode, then another episode. That's called recurrent depressive disorder.
Okay.
Or some people have low-grade depression, which goes on. So your question is that the mild depression, what can be done immediately? The important in that, the mild depression, if somebody knows, the important thing is again, I will say ABC. I
Okay.
use a lot of ABC thing is that helps us. So what we do in ABC? In A,
Acknowledge.
affirmations.
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 All right.
Affirmations, they're powerful self-talk or powerful self statements. When you give powerful self-statements to yourself, I can do it. It's okay. I'll perform well. Those, हिंदी में जिसको स्वमान बोलते हैं और इंग्लिश में affirmations बोलते हैं. स्वमान, अपने मान को बढ़ाने के लिए स्वमान, or English में affirmations. So when you do those affirmations, your brain starts to taking up all those positive content. Yes, your positive chemical starts releasing. That's very important. And another A is activities. Active. So if you're active in exercise, if you're active in sports, if you're active in walk, if you're active in yoga, again that helps you to release positive chemicals, to take care of a sympathetic system. So affirmations and active activities. That is the A. What is B? B, important thing is that, which is be careful about the stress level. That is B. Be careful about the stress level. And how do you manage it? By meditation.
Okay.
By meditation. Meditation is a very powerful tool that helps you, to ease off, that helps to calm your brain waves, that helps to relax you, that helps to relax your own system, that helps to relax the sympathetic system also. That's what is there. And then when that happens, you go into calm state. And when you're into calm state, you're able to think better. So affirmations, activities. Be calm and be careful about your stress levels. And another way of calming yourself is writing a diary or journaling, which is called journal these days. It's quite in thing, journal, writing a journal. Like when you write a journal, what happens? You again tend to ease off. You tend to release your all the feelings holding you in self. That's important. So journal is writing a journal, meditation, those things are. So be careful about your stress levels. So as soon as stress level is coming to you, yes, you can do it. You may not have even gone into mild depression. You may be just stepping into mild depression, or it's becoming overwhelming. That is the time these things works very well. And what is C? The most important thing C is connect and communication with people whom you like or with whom you're comfortable. Whether it can be a friend, whether it can be a relative, whether it can be a teacher, whether it can be your own parents, anyone. So connecting and communicating with them. And what happens when you do that? You do catharsis. You're able to take out your own emotional brunt. You talk to them. When you talk, definitely you're releasing yourself about from the negative load. So ABC, so activities, affirmations. Be calm and be careful about your stress levels. And C, connect and communicate. If you do all these things, you can help yourself. In 2020, in the month of May, we released a program called EmoAid.
Okay.
EMOAID, EmoAid.
All right.
Any guess what is EmoAid?
Pardon me, come again.
EmoAid, EMOAID. So you know Band-Aid?
Aid, I know. Yes, Band-Aid, of course.
Band-Aid or physical aid or first aid, that's for physical health. Some cut happens, something happens, you put a Band-Aid.
It's emotion.
Same way, we came out for EmoAid, emotional first aid.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
And we have a website also, emoaid.in. So there we designed this whole program. My colleague Dr. Shilpa Gupta and along with my team, we developed a program called EmoAid, emotional first aid.
Okay.
And we teach these techniques to adolescents, teenagers, and young people and adults, that you can use these techniques as soon as you're feeling overwhelmed. The moment you feel overwhelmed, you're feeling something is happening to you, the B part, which I was saying, be careful about the stress.
Yes.
The B part, that is where you can use EmoAid. And therefore, we teach around 10 to 15 techniques in that program. It's an online program. It's an online program spread over the 5 weeks, usually on the weekends for 2 hours. And then we teach them, and then the people can. And in the last, it's been almost, we started in the month of May, as I told you, it's almost 9 months. In 9 months, we have almost covered 700 people.
Wow. All age groups, sir?
Yeah. From a 15 plus.
15 plus to whatever.
Yes. 15. So we have different batches. We have one batch for 15 to 24, and then one is adult batches. And we have even worked with orphan homes, CCI, childcare institutions. We have worked with some of the MNCs also. We have worked with some of the schools also. So we are trying to work as much as possible. So we have covered around 700 people till now in the last 9 months. And we have presented some research also, and we are trying to put it into publication also. So EmoAid, emotional first aid.
Okay.
The earlier you identify your emotions, you work on them. You don't wait them to become a disorder. हमें वो इंतजार नहीं करना कि वो बीमारी बन जाए. हमें पहले ही उस पे काम करना है कि जिससे हमें सुकून मिल जाए.
That's right. Absolutely.
ये बहुत important है.
Sir, as you are emphasizing on communicate, you should communicate, So what if someone is talking, someone is talking to others, they're discussing, but they're only talking negative, the person is only talking bad about everything, feels that no one loves that person, and everything is going wrong around that person. So that person, do you feel, needs a help? And, that person is not acknowledging it, that I have an issue, and making other also feel that no, people keeping grudges all the time, thinking negative, feel that everyone is doing wrong to them or have been doing wrong to them. So do you think this is something which needs a treatment?
This you will find very common in a society.
Yes.
Quite prevalent in a society.
Very common, yes.
The important thing is that I won't say that they require a psychiatrist. Okay. I won't say they require psychiatry, but they need help to work on their own mental health.
Okay.
So one is mental health and one is mental illness.
Right.
And one is correct. So we can always work on our own mental health to enhance it. That's called positive mental health. जब आप अपने पे काम करोगे, आपकी mental well-being बढ़ेगी, आपकी सोच में बदलाव आएगा. You will have more positive thinking. You will start seeing the things from a different perspective. You will start forgiving people. That's an art of forgiveness. इसको भी हम EmoAid में बहुत emphasis करते हैं, art of forgiveness को. You start forgiving people. Otherwise, people start carrying the baggage. वो 5-5, 10-10 किलो का सूटकेस लेके जीते रहते हैं. And they keep on grumbling, brooding about all the stuff.
Yes.
Like a cow ruminating, ruminating. वही चबाते रहते हैं. And that is where it may not have become a disorder. It may not be a depression, but they're living with that thing, and that's giving negative feeling and negative vibrations around you. So people around you get impacted. It spreads negative vibrations and negative energy around you. That's what happens. So when you start working on your own self, then your positive well-being becomes better. Then around you, people start feeling good about you and others. Yes. That is why it is important. So ऐसे लोगों को मदद जरूरी है ताकि वो काम कर सकें. और उसके लिए ये नहीं कि उनको साइकियाट्रिस्ट के पास जाना है. They can go just to a counselor. They can go to a counselor. They can go to a psychologist. That's important. But if it is persisting and it is impacting your life, and it is really taking a toll on you, then go to a mental health professional, to a psychologist or a psychiatrist for your help. You may be having an underlying depression, or what we call mask depression. Mask depression means कि उनको लगता है हम तो ठीक है, बढ़िया है, लेकिन कभी सिर में दर्द, कभी पैर में दर्द, कभी पेट में दर्द, कभी यहाँ दर्द, कभी एंजाइटी, कभी ये हो रहा है. That is a lot of physical symptoms, which is quite again common in developing countries and Asian countries. A lot of physical symptoms are there. वो जो physical symptoms होते हैं और जिसके आप बार बार मेडिकल टेस्ट कराते हो, कुछ भी निकल के नहीं आता, जिसको हम बोलते हैं medically unexplained physical symptoms. Medically unexplained physical symptoms, MUPS. वो हो रहा है, बार बार हेडेक हो रहा है, छाती में दर्द हो रहा है, ईसीजी नॉर्मल है, इको नॉर्मल है, टीएमटी नॉर्मल, सब कुछ नॉर्मल है, एनजीओ भी नॉर्मल है, पेट में दर्द है, लेग्स में पेन है, ऑल दीज आर सोमेटाइजेशन. इसके पीछे क्या रीजन है? स्ट्रेस. Psychosomatic disorder. And lot of studies say that now 70 to 90% disorders have a psychosomatic basis.
Okay. All right.
इतना फर्क आ रहा है स्ट्रेस का, चाहे वो कार्डियक प्रॉब्लम्स हो, चाहे वो गैस्ट्रिक प्रॉब्लम्स हो, चाहे वो न्यूरोलॉजिकल इश्यूज हो, lot of their disorders have psychosomatic basis. So they present to various physicians and doctors with physical symptoms, but उसके पीछे psychosomatic issues होते हैं. From headache to gastric pain to pains in the legs to even to infertility to so many things, they have psychosomatic issues.
Okay. और सर इसके साथ sleep disorder भी होता है, because I've seen these people.
बहुत common है बच्चों में तो, and being a child and adolescent psychiatrist.
Yes.
Today's adolescent population is sleep deprived. Multiple studies have come and said that today's adolescent is sleep deprived. They sleep at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. अब तो ठीक है, ऑनलाइन की वजह से स्कूल 9 o'clock उनको क्लासेस शुरू होते हैं, तो they get up at 8:45, 8:50. They attended, but when they had to go to in the school bus, they were sleeping at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and getting up at 6 o'clock, 6:37, and they used to catch up on the weekend. That is what is happening. So sleep deprivation is very, very important concern which we are facing with. And today's generation is going into sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
And तभी बहुत बार क्या हो रहा है, they're having this what you call delayed sleep phase syndrome. That means delayed sleep phase. That means उनको नींद 2-3 बजे तक नहीं आती, 4 बजे तक नींद नहीं आती.
Right.
That's what the whole circadian rhythm gets altered. That's what happens with them.
So there is something called, the way you say, they're deprived from sleep, and there's another thing which is sleep disorder. The person is really, really tired, was working throughout the day and was not on screen, but still not able to sleep. So
That's called insomnia. Insomnia.
Right. And what is the cause of it? Is the person thinking too much or negative thoughts? And I've seen these kind of people who have sleep insomnia, they are overthinking.
One of the major reasons of insomnia is stress.
Okay.
So what happens is that when they go to the bed,
yeah,
when they're lying down, all the thoughts starts coming in their head.
Okay.
This keeps on coming. And that's why when I work with so many teenagers, they are not able to get sleep. I have so many teenagers who comes to me, they don't get sleep. That's because all the thoughts keeps on coming up. They're worried about the future, about their career, about their academics, about the planning, what to be done. So that's anticipatory anxiety, that apprehension, that takes a toll on them. So that sort of a thing is happening. So that's why working on their stress. And when it becomes too severe, then even we have to write medications also.
Okay.
So then it becomes so severe that even the counseling, that it cannot be done only with the counseling or only with therapies. So we do therapies, so we do counseling, we do specific therapies also, and then even required we do medication also. As I told you, I'm a child and adolescent psychiatrist. I work only with population less than 20 years. So we get so many children who have so much of emotional difficulties, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, self-harm, obsessive compulsive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, separation anxiety disorder, sleep disorders, substance abuse, so many disorders, so much common in them. They have. So we need to work them, evaluate them, and help them in the right way.
And so, how to treat this in the beginning? Can you treat this on your own, like the way you said, sleeping late, thinking too much about it, what happened during the day? So, in the beginning, when it's not too serious or when it's not troubling you too much, can you treat this by your own? And if you can, then how can you treat it?
Same ABC.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's important. ABC again. See, by using affirmations and activity levels, active.
Okay,
So when you keep yourself active and you do affirmations, when you take care of your stress level, be careful about stress levels, be calm. Then what do? You write a journal, you listen to a good music or relaxing music, you do yoga, you do meditation, you try emoid. As I told you, emoid, one of the techniques, and see, you connect and communicate with people, and then you find you are so relaxed, and then you get a good sleep.
right. Absolutely.
Because you need to deflate your balloon. अब उसमें हवा भरते रहोगे तो फूट जाएगा ना. उसकी हवा भी तो खाली करनी है. वो कैसे खाली होगी? वो एबीसी से खाली होगी. जो सिंपल एबीसी है, आपका सिंपैथेटिक सिस्टम रिलैक्स हो जाएगा, बॉडी में पॉजिटिव केमिकल निकलने लगेंगे, पैरासिम्पैथेटिक सिस्टम आपका ध्यान रखेगा, स्ट्रेस हार्मोन्स कंट्रोल में रहेंगे. दैट्स व्हाट हैपेंस. सो कॉन्स्टेंटली देयर इज अ केमिकल वॉरफेयर हैपनिंग इन द बॉडी. ऐसा नहीं है स्ट्रेस बाहर से आता है और अंदर केमिकल वॉरफेयर होता रहता है. तो बाहर का स्ट्रेस और अंदर केमिकल वॉरफेयर यूं चलता रहता है फैक्ट्री में. तो उसको हमें सेटल करना है. बाहर के स्ट्रेस को भी मैनेज करना है ताकि अंदर केमिकल वॉरफेयर भी सेटल रहे, काम रहे. अगर अंदर गुत्ती नहीं मचेगी और अंदर शांति रहेगी, अंदर स्ट्रगल वॉरफेयर नहीं होगा, इट इज एट पीस, देन यू गेट अ गुड स्लीप. सो दैट्स व्हाई इंपॉर्टेंट इज दैट टू बी एट पीस विद योरसेल्फ, नॉट विद अदर्स.
Yes,
अपने
absolutely.
आप को जीतना है ना.
Mind
अपनी शांति. यस,
to train.
अपनी शांति. एब्सोल्युटली.
Sir, there is something called internet addiction and screen addiction. I'm sure you must be getting plenty of children who are suffering from this. I feel I am also one of them, constantly on WhatsApp and this and that. That's because, some of them are there for getting themselves entertained. For some people, it's like a work. They need to keep seeing and things like that. But when it comes, you yourself don't realize that you get addicted to it. And when did you get addicted to it? So I've seen people waking up at night, going to washroom. Before even they go to washroom, they'll go and check their phone. So it's certainly not right. So how to deal with it, and how bad can it affect your health?
See, there are two things. One is internet usage and one is internet addiction.
Okay, all right.
If you're using internet for academic purpose and for your work purpose, then it is not internet addiction.
All right.
But if it is non-academic use and non-work use, and gradually your time is increasing up, and when you don't use it, it causes a craving in you, like
Yes,
a withdrawal phenomena,
right.
and gradually the tolerance is going up and the time is going up. And when somebody takes or stops you, you get craving and you have these behavioral issues, and because of you have relationship problems, then it becomes from internet excessive use to internet addiction.
Okay, all
In
right.
internet usage, in internet excessive use or internet usage, it does not impact your life. Your other activities also goes into parallel, like your dance, your theater, your music, your studies, all are into place. But once you're in internet addiction, your other aspect of life gets impacted. Your studies, your other non-academic, your extracurricular, your theater, your dance, your music, all gets impacted because you're totally into social media or YouTube or gaming or just doing something into that. Important thing is that we have to identify our own self.
Okay.
And as we see a lot of teenagers, and especially in the last 11 months, the excessive internet usages have gone up.
Yes.
Gone up. So schools are going up, but that is also going up. And it's become very difficult for the parents to identify because everything is online now.
Yes.
Everything is online. So they don't know when it is academic and when it is non-academic. They say we have to give the laptop to the child. We have to give an iPad to the child. And we don't know. We can't go inside the screen and see, keep on watching. While the class is going on, he's on the YouTube. While the class is going on, they're on the house parties. While they're going on the class is going on, they're into some gaming or something like that. But we have to give it. So that's why it's become more difficult and complicated for parents also to monitor But before lockdown, what was happening? Before March 2020, the children were going for the school to the for the classes or tuition for the classes, and then when they used to come back, then some of the kids were excessively on the screen, or they were not studying because of excessive screen. So it was more easy for us to diagnose, and it was more easy for the parents to say yes. वो पढ़ता नहीं है बिल्कुल भी, पहले पढ़ता था, now he's only on screen. But now everything is on screen, so it becomes difficult. Now schools are opening up now, as we know from the last 1 or 2 months, and especially from the month of February, as the schools are opening up and schools have opened up, and now more and more schools will open up in the month, and now parents will be sending for higher classes. Now, again, we hope that this academic, non-academic will become more clear.
So my last question, what is biomedical intervention? Because even I am not aware of it, and I've heard this term, and I'm inquisitive to know what it is. And second question, that I have seen parents often complaining, even I have seen with myself also, that when we do any professional sport, or when we go and appear for an exam, we do so well in our practice, or maybe the best in the practice, and on the day of a competition you're not doing your best, you're not giving your best. So I'm sure your body functions from mind, you need to be mentally prepared, planned. So why do you get anxiety? I have seen children complaining, mere pet mein dard ho raha hai mama, I can't do it, and all that thing. So how to deal with it? That's because I know appearing for an exam which happens once in a year is so important and crucial, and same goes with sports competition. So what is it, and how to how can we actually get rid of it?
This is called performance anxiety.
Okay.
Performance anxiety. Correct. And what happens in performance anxiety? When you are in front of the audience, or when you are in front of you are in a situation where you have to perform, you tend to evaluate yourself critically and crucially. I won't be able to do it. I can't do it. What will happen? Will I do right? Will I perform well? Will I be able to manage it or not? No, I can't. Oh my God, क्या होगा? कैसे करूँगा? So all these things, and then your sympathetic system fires. Tuck, tuck, palpitation, tuck, 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 tuck. Hands are trembling, sweating, numbness, breathlessness, choking.
Yes.
All these things start happening. So performance anxiety, panic attacks starts happening because of constant critical fear of evaluation and evaluating yourself, that parameters. And it's very, very common. I see so many teenagers, I'm working with so many adolescents who have this performance anxiety, unfortunately, and they struggle with them, especially when they give the 10th boards or 12th boards, or when they appear for entrance exams. They feel they can't do it because they have fear, and that fear takes a toll on them. That becomes a big challenge for them. Correct? That is what happens. Your performance, see how the thoughts are linked to your performance. You must have studied the whole course.
Right.
You must have practiced so well.
True.
And your thought comes and sucks you that time, and it stops you. That is a combination between mind and body. Mind and body, that is the thing, is that your mind gives a negative signal, your body gets frozen, and you don't perform. We need to work on a thought process. That's why we need to have a healthy thought process. That's why we need to pamper our thoughts. That's why we need to take care of a thought process. We need to groom them. We need to feed them. We need to take care. इसलिए कहते हैं ना, अच्छा देखोगे, अच्छा सुनोगे, अच्छा बोलोगे, अच्छा खाओगे, तो अच्छे विचार आएंगे.
Yes.
That's important. What you give into your mind factory is important.
Constantly you have to train your mind.
Absolutely. That is why you need to see good things. You need to watch good things. You need to listen to good things. You need to speak good things. You need to eat good things. All this impacts your thought process, because everything goes and feed you. And when that comes into it, you start getting good thoughts. That's why negative thoughts have become so much. That's why depression is on the rise. That's why by 2030, WHO has predicted that figure that depression will have will be one of the most common disorder with highest mortality and morbidity. Depression will be number one because of that. और डिप्रेशन बड़ी इसीलिए बढ़ रहा है क्योंकि हमारी सोच इसलिए हमें अपने पे काम करना बहुत जरूरी है.
Right.
And that is why, and the earlier you do the better it is. इसलिए बच्चों के साथ
बच्चों
हमें बच्चों के साथ काम, इसलिए पेरेंट्स को ध्यान रखना है कि वो अपने बच्चों को जो परवरिश करें तो वो अच्छा देखें, बच्चों से अच्छा बोलें, बच्चों से अच्छी अच्छी बातें करें, बच्चों को अच्छा दिखाएं, बच्चों को अच्छा खाना खिलाएं, बच्चों के साथ अच्छी अच्छी बातें करें, बैठ के अपने बचपन की बातें शेयर करें, उनके साथ हंसें, मजाक करें, है ना. तो लेकिन अगर हम दूसरों के बारे में बुराइयां करते रहेंगे, दूसरों के बुरा बुरा देखते रहेंगे, गंदगी गंदगी के बारे में सोचते रहेंगे, अपने इस मोबाइल के ऊपर गंदा गंदा देखते रहेंगे, गंदी बातों से हमें अच्छा लगेगा, तो क्या होगा, हम अपने बच्चों को भी गंदा देंगे.
True.
That is what happens. And then that's why the mental health problems unfortunately are on the rise.
Okay.
So we need to take care of our own self, and as parents हमें अपने बच्चों का ध्यान रखना है, क्योंकि भगवान ने हमारे को माँ बाप बनाया है. We are the lucky ones that God has made us parents.
True.
So we need to give right inputs to our children. We have a very strong responsibility. The future generation lies in our own hand. हमारे हाथ में है वो future generation. हम अपने बच्चों को अच्छा पालेंगे, अच्छी परवरिश देंगे, तुम्हारे बच्चे अच्छे निकलेंगे. And remember that ABC.
I know. I'm gonna write it down. But unfortunately, हम लोग उल्टा करते हैं. तुम कर ही नहीं सकते. तुम उसको देखो वो कितना अच्छा कर रहा है. तुमने यहाँ भी खराब कर दिया. I think we are the people who give so much of stress and make their mind so go hustle bustle that children themselves get confused. मैं भी खुद हमेशा पेरेंट्स से यही बोलती हूँ कि if children are doing wrong, then we are the reason. That's because they're somewhere learning around them. So you have to constantly channelize your thought process. Think good, feel good, see good.
Absolutely. और एक और मैं ABC बोलना चाहूंगा. एक और ABC, ए एबिलिटी. हर बच्चे के अंदर एबिलिटी है, चाहे कोई भी प्रोफाइल का बच्चा हो, हर बच्चे में एबिलिटी होती है, तो हमें उस एबिलिटी को निखारना है. बी, हमें हर बच्चे को विश्वास दिलाना कि बिलीव इन योरसेल्फ.
राइट.
सो अगर उसकी एबिलिटी को निखारेंगे, अगर उसको ये विश्वास दिलाएंगे बिलीव योरसेल्फ एंड सी कॉन्फिडेंस, अगर उस बच्चे का कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ाएंगे तो वो बच्चा जरूर अच्छा करेगा. तो बच्चा अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस करेगा. हमें ये नहीं देखना कि दूसरा क्या कर रहा है, हमें भेड़ चाल में नहीं जाना, हमें अपने घर को संभालना, अपने बच्चे को संभालना है, हमें अपने बच्चे को आगे बढ़ाना है. And that will only happen if we look into the abilities of our own child. God has given every child unique abilities. God has given every child certain potentials. कोई एथलीट है तो कोई जर्नलिस्ट है, कोई म्यूजिशियन है तो कोई एकेडमिशियन है. Every child cannot be a topper, but every child can do well. हमें वो समझना है.
I read it somewhere, sir, that you mentioned that every child is a hero, and that you gave an
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally believe that every child is a hero. It's only how we look into it. हम किस नजर से अपने बच्चे को देखते हैं. हर बच्चा हर माँ बाप के लिए एक हीरो ही होता है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हम उस दौड़ में खो जाते हैं और हमारी आंखें धुंधली हो जाती हैं और हम उसको हीरो देखना बंद कर देते हैं. नहीं, हमें ये नहीं करना. हमें उसे हीरो देखना भी है और उसको हीरो बनाना भी है.
Yes.
और फिर कहना है कि हाँ, हम फिर हमें गर्व से कहना है कि हम उस हीरो माँ बाप, उस हीरो बच्चे के माँ बाप हैं.
That's right. So true. Sir, my last topic, biomedical intervention.
देखिए, बायोमेडिकल इंटरवेंशंस बहुत एक यूनिक एरिया है, बहुत डिफरेंट एरिया है, बहुत नीश एरिया है. और इस बायोमेडिकल में जो हम न्यूरो डेवलपमेंटल डिसऑर्डर के साथ काम करते हैं, बायोमेडिकल के अंदर ये होता है कि जो बॉडी के अंदर मेडिकल इश्यूज हैं, जिसकी वजह से बायोलॉजिकल एब्नॉर्मलिटीज हो रही हैं बॉडी के अंदर, उनको ठीक किया जाए.
अच्छा.
तो अगर बॉडी के अंदर मेडिकल कोई भी इश्यूज हैं, चाहे वो स्टमक के हैं, है ना, चाहे वो आपके मेटाबॉलिक हैं, चाहे इम्यूनिटी के हैं, करेक्ट, तो वो सारे जो इश्यूज हैं, आपके एलर्जिक इश्यूज हैं, तो उन इश्यूज को ठीक करिए, क्योंकि उनकी वजह से आपकी बॉडी में इम्बैलेंस हो रहा है. तो जब आप गट को ठीक करते हो, पेट को ठीक करते हो, मेटाबॉलिक इश्यूज ठीक करते हो, एलर्जीज ठीक करते हो, है ना, इन्फ्लेमेशन ठीक करते हो ब्रेन के अंदर, बॉडी के अंदर, एलर्जीज ठीक करते हो, इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाते हो, तो क्या होता है, बॉडी हील करने लग जाती है.
राइट.
और जब आपकी बॉडी हील करने लगती है तो जो भी बीमारी होती है वो ठीक होने लगती है. तो हम फॉलो करते हैं बायोमेडिकल अप्रोच. ऑटिज्म और ADHD बच्चों के साथ मैं फॉलो करता हूँ. वेरी फ्यू पीपल इन द कंट्री एंड वेरी फ्यू पीपल इन द वर्ल्ड डज इट. एक अलग अप्रोच है उसकी, एक अलग सोच है। कुछ लोग उसको उस पर विश्वास नहीं करते, लेकिन मुझ जैसे लोग इसमें विश्वास करते हैं। करेक्ट, उसमें आपको न्यूट्रिशन पे ही बहुत फोकस करना पड़ता है। न्यूट्रिशन पे सर्टेन सप्लीमेंट देने पड़ते हैं आपको, सर्टेन न्यूट्रॉपिक्स देने पड़ते हैं जो बच्चे की वेलबींग और उसको अच्छा करती हैं, एंड ग्रेजुअली द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स इंप्रूविंग along with other inputs and other therapies.
Okay.
That's what.
And sir, where is your center located? And also, do you have online courses or session for these children as of now?
Yes, हमारे पास ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज पेरेंट्स के लिए भी हैं,
Okay.
और हमारे पास ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज मेंटल हेल्थ प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए भी हैं।
Oh, lovely. All right.
तो वी हैव ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज फॉर द पेरेंट्स एंड प्लस ऑनलाइन के कोर्सेज जैसे जैसे हमारे पास इंटर्न्स आते हैं उनके लिए भी है, यंग साइकोलॉजिस्ट के लिए भी है, हमारे पास प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग्स भी आगे फेलोशिप्स भी हैं। तो हम हर पॉपुलेशन को कैटर करने की कोशिश करते हैं, क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि हमें सब कुछ हमें आगे आगे स्प्रेड करना है, डिसेमिनेट करना है। हम अपने तक नहीं रख सकते, हमें आगे भी सिखाना है। हमें किसी ने दिया, हमें आगे बांटना है। तो हमारी ये सोच है। तो हम कोशिश करते हैं कि ट्रेनिंग्स कंडक्ट करते रहें। हमारी कुछ ट्रेनिंग अभी आने वाली है, और इसी ट्रेनिंग से हमने ईमोइड बनाया कि हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा हर कॉर्नर में पहुंच सके ईमोइड्स के थ्रू, लोगों को सिखा सकें कि आपके इमोशंस होते हैं। और ईमोइड का एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट है इमोशंस। अपने इमोशंस को पहचानो और अपने इमोशंस पे काम करो। और एक वर्ड मैं यूज करता हूँ, इमोशन ड्राई क्लीन।
Okay.
इमोशनली ड्राई क्लीन कर डालो अपने आप को, फिर
Right.
क्या होगा, आप चमक जाओगे। फिर दोबारा होगा, दाग लगेंगे, फिर अपने आप को इमोशनल ड्राई क्लीन कर डालो।
This is a laundry shop.
उससे आप उससे आप इमोशनली मजबूत रहोगे। दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड रेजिलेंस।
Okay.
To build resilience in yourself to face the adversities and keep smiling and moving forward.
Okay. And where's your center located, sir?
We are locating Greater Clash GK Part 1 and Part 2,
Okay.
and we have a website ccaw.in.
Oh, lovely.
Correct, ccaw.in is a website, and we have an Insta page also, we have Facebook page also, and plus we are based in Greater Clash GK1, GK2. Plus also I am as a consultant child psychiatrist. I'm also attached to Sir Gangaram Hospital.
Oh, lovely.
Correct, from last 17 years, and I'm proud to be associated with Sir Gangaram Hospital, I can say. And we have a full team. We have a team at CCAW and Gangaram both, where we try to give a comprehensive approach, and we believe that every child can be helped and every family can be helped to bring best in their child.
Okay. So, sir, if a person like me would like to join your online session just to enhance my knowledge and thought process, or maybe, so that I can cater better way to my children, is it possible?
In that case, they can send an email to us on info@ccaw.in.
Okay.
Info at the rate of ccaw.in. Okay. They can send an email to us. All right. And our team will get back to them with the right program for them.
Oh, lovely. Okay, perfect. So, sir,
absolutely,
it was lovely talking with you, and you gave amazing answers for people to understand themselves and their children.